Hello everyone, Mike1217 here, welcoming back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And in the last episode, we got the Gilded Sword, which I'll show off in a bit, if I can ever find a chance to fight any enemies. But quite frankly, in the upcoming few episodes, there's really not going to be a whole lot of action, really, to tell you the truth. There's going to be quite a bit of side quest stuff that we'll be doing. And actually, some of this is required to beat the main game. So we'll be seeing that in just a bit. What I'm going to start off by doing here is getting a powder keg, and you'll see what we'll be using this for in a little bit later. I don't think that makes any sense. But we will be using this to access Romani Ranch, which is a place that we briefly visited early on in the LP to get the bunny hood. And the powder keg will allow us to access Romani Ranch any time, because otherwise, without the powder keg, you'd have to wait for the third day to actually access it. And I will refresh your memories on why that is later, once we actually have to deal with that. Right now, what I'm actually going to do is get the next arrow upgrade, because there is a major thing we're going to be doing in Romani Ranch that requires use of your bow and arrow, and you're going to really want your maximum arrow upgrade. I wonder if this guy, yeah, he just lets you through if you're gone, so that's a good way to skip having to talk to him and have him realize you have a sword. A badass sword, by the way. I guess, while on the subject, good segue there, I can show off the sword. Only these aren't the best enemies to show it off with, because they die in one hit to the Kokiri sword. But yeah, I mean, the Gilded Sword is basically, I would say, it's as powerful as the Master Sword in Ocarina of Time. It's kind of it's this game's equivalent to the Master Sword, only not as important and not as, like, it doesn't have the power to turn you into an adult or anything, but, you know, as far as, like, actual power goes and what it does against enemies, it's pretty much this game's equivalent to the Master Sword. It is the strongest regular sword in the game. There are a couple other swords that technically count that you can get later in the game, but I'm probably not going to really worry about them. I'll explain those once they actually come up. I'm not going to worry about them right now. But yeah, going down this way, I'm going to go and get this arrow upgrade. I guess I could get this later on, because there's going to be a point where I'm going to have to wait for time to pass, and I can't really use the Song of Double Time. And this would be a good thing to do while I'm waiting, but I'm not really sure when this is open, so I don't want to take any chances of missing out on it, so I just want to get this done first as early as possible. So this is where we're going to get the other arrow upgrade. You don't have to do this to get the biggest quiver. Remember that other minigame that we did in Clocktown? We had to shoot the Octoroks, and that's how we got our first arrow upgrade. You can do these in any order. You can do this one first and the Octorok one second if you want. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so yeah, we have already done that one, in case you're wondering. So yeah, this is going to be for the full arrow upgrade. This should, I believe, be a 50 arrow capacity with this upgrade, if we can pull this off. This one's kind of tricky. I think this is actually harder than the Octorok one, because we have these different types of enemies here that will pop up, and I'm gonna need some practice. I'm sorry. I typically need to warm up with this. But yeah, certain enemies will be worth different numbers of points. These birds are worth 60. You have unlimited ammo, so feel free to shoot like crazy. These Wolfos, you really have to hit those. Those are worth 100 points, and they will definitely get you what you want to do. I'm fucking up with the Deku. Look at this, they're stationary! They are stationary, and you're missing them, dude! I'm hitting the Gways, that's what those actually are called, not just called birds. Look at this, they're stationary! Now the wolf will howl. God damn it, he's stationary, man! Oh my god! Seriously? Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this. Well, actually, I don't know what kind of score I'm gonna need to get for the arrow upgrade. I know for the heart piece, you need to get like a an amazing score. I don't, like, it's ridiculous what you have to do for the heart piece here. Maybe the quiver won't be... God, this is unbelievable! I'm so much better at this! This is a terrible... There we go, that was a nice shot. A terrible representation of what I can do with the bow and arrow. Actually, you know, to tell you the truth, shooting like crazy isn't a good idea, because your aim is just bad. See, just shoot one arrow at a time, really. Okay, I just want to go for this guy. He is stationary, man. He is stationary! There you go. I cannot believe how bad I'm doing. Yeah, oh yeah, these, there are a few Deku strokes, like, up above. And actually, they're worth 100. Holy shit, I forgot about that. Okay, so that's definitely not good enough to, okay, so 20 rupees, that's not good enough for the quiver. Man, yeah, I just need some practice. Man, I can't believe how bad I am, though. I don't know if I have this time. I think I'm going for, 2,000, right? I definitely fucked it up then. Okay, I think I might have this. I'm at 19. Come on, hit those, please. Okay, that should be 2,000 should be it. I think you gotta get like a much better score though for the heart piece. I might be wrong. I really don't know. I know you get heart pieces from each of the gallery minigames. Oh yeah, and yeah, I guess when you get through all the enemies, the timer stops, and then the clock, like the time you have left on the clock, will go towards your score as well. I forgot about that. This should do it. There's our arrow upgrade. It wasn't too bad, just 3 tries. And that last attempt was actually pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, there we go. And that is all the arrow upgrades. Unfortunately, yeah, 50 is the highest it goes in this game. Other games is like 99. So, kind of a bummer that they only go up to 50, considering how much you use arrows in this game. Okay, so now I'm just gonna warp to Romani Ranch. Or Romani Ranch, Romani, who gives a shit how you pronounce it. That's kind of a pet peeve of mine, to be honest, is when people are really picky about, how you pronounce something, unless it's just, like, terrible, I don't know. Like, tomato. Well, whoever really says tomato? No one says tomato. But, you know what I mean. There's, like, there really isn't one pronunciation for every word. I mean, there's some words that, yeah, there's one pronunciation, but it's just like, no. I don't know what I'm trying to get at there. It's just kind of a weird thing I was just thinking about. Alright, so this big rock here, as you can guess, this is what you can use the powder keg on to blow up, and this is how you can enter Romani Ranch before the 3rd day. Otherwise, this guy here who was chopping it, he's the one who breaks it down, and it only gets broken down by the 3rd day, otherwise. So this is nice. And, yeah, the powder keg really is an important item to get. Like, that is the major key item that you get upon beating this, the Snowhead Temple. And I will admit that I did come in here. Okay, they will give me the cutscene again. I did come in here in that last recording session to try to do this, but I changed my mind. I thought I was going to lose the cutscene, but I didn't. So that's good. I think this cutscene happens every time you enter here when you reset time. But yeah, there we go. There's our horse. This is something required to get back for the main game. Yeah, remember this? This is Epona, who was lost from us at the very beginning of the game, stolen by Skull Kid. Well, this is where she is, and we are going to be working on getting her in these next couple episodes. I might end this one off pretty soon. What we want to do is talk to this chick over here. This is... oh, what's her name? Her name is Malin in Ocarina of Time, but I forgot what her name is here. Oh, she's Romani. So the ranch is named after her. Or no, she's probably named after the ranch. Actually, yeah, that's a good question. Like, is she named after the ranch, or is the ranch named after her? I don't know. And yeah, she's gonna call us Grasshopper because of her clothes. And she's gonna tell us something that needs to be... actually, I don't think this particular thing needs to be done. What we're setting up for right here, it needs to be done to get a couple of mass. I know that. Like, finishing this part of the game, will allow us to access a lot of important things. Yeah, aliens come to Romani Ranch and abduct the cows, and really, that's kind of an offshoot thing to do in a Zelda game. Aliens in a Zelda game. Has that really ever happened before? I can't think of anything like that. I mean, but are they really aliens? Like, are they supposed to be aliens? I mean, you can tell kind of by the way that they show up, like when they actually show up. You can tell it seems like a UFO is coming. And yeah, so this is a big side quest that we're gonna need to do. And finishing the side quest will allow us to access quite a bit of important stuff that will help us throughout our adventure. So, yes, this is what we'll be doing in this cycle, is focusing on this Romani Ranch side quest. There's two things you have to do in Romani Ranch that lead to you accessing like a whole bunch of stuff that will be helpful. You'll see what we're going to be able to access after we do this Romani Ranch stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of a two-step type of thing, and you'll see what we're doing. The first step is this dilemma here with all these aliens adopting these cows. There's something else later that we'll go into in a later episode. What we're going to do now is practice our aiming skills. Now we can actually ride Epona, which, if you've ever played Ocarina of Time, then you would know that controlling Epona is kind of a bitch, and it's the same thing in this game. They do a lot better with the Twilight Princess, with Epona there. But yeah, what we're supposed to do here is just take out these 10 balloon things. You don't actually have to do it in the time limit. She says like the record's 100. Like, you may think you have to do this in... wait, what the fuck am I talking about? The record's 100? The record is doing this in 1 minute. And you might think you have to do that, but you don't have to do that. All you have to do is just get rid of the 10 balloons. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. You just have to get rid of all of them. I don't even think you get a prize for doing it in under a minute. Because I've done it before. And it is actually pretty hard to do in under a minute. You have to be pretty good at this to do it, but I don't think you get anything. Like, she'll probably say, oh, you hold a record. And that's really the only reason why you would do it in less than a minute, just like to hold a record. Maybe you can have like friends compete and see who can get the best record. That's really it. It's just one of those high score type of things. But completing this will actually essentially unlock Epona. So yeah, she'll notice that we worked perfectly together, and now she's going to teach us Epona's song. So this returns from Ocarina of Time. This is something that we can play to actually summon Epona. And Epona is, again, required to access the next 2 areas of the game, the ocean and the canyon. But we're not going to be worrying about those for a while. I completely fucked that one. Wow. Let's try that again. And as kids, we always like said the lyrics of that were Epona, 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 come here. I'm not gonna sing it because that's just awkward. But yeah, it's like the most uncreative lyrics you can ever come up with for a song. Epona, 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 come here. But that's what we came up with. So now what we have to do? Wait, what? Yeah, whatever. So We need to wait until when? I forgot when. It's like, I think it's pretty late actually, like 2 o'clock. Well, 2 o'clock at night, I should say. So we do have to skip ahead to the night of the second day. I think I'm just going to end the episode with this. So next time on Let's Play Majora's Mask, we will actually fight them, as they're called. So thank you guys for watching. This is Michael217 signing out.